Press releases are already promising World Cup 2026 will add tens of billions to the economy. Almost none of that number will show up in a host city resident's paycheck, and most of it was never designed to. Here's what the GDP headline is actually hiding. Quick note, this is education, not financial or policy advice. Full disclaimer in the description. Politicians love a ribbon. Economists love a counterfactual. Hosting the World Cup produces both. Ribbon-cutting speeches about GDP and jobs, and research debates about whether mega events create new wealth or reshuffle spending that would have happened anyway. This episode analyzes the big impact numbers attached to 2026, including figures cited at the World Economic Forum and in FIFA-linked studies, and translates them into what a host city household might actually feel. The headline numbers you will hear in press packages often include global gross output around $80 billion and GDP contribution around $41 billion, plus hundreds of thousands of jobs in model output. These impacts can be large in dollars, yet tiny as a share of U.S. GDP. Treat every one of those figures as a projection, not an audited actual, until real numbers land. Gross versus net. A visitor spends on a hotel. That is gross activity. If that visitor would have vacationed elsewhere in the same country, some activity is displaced, not created. If locals leave town to avoid crowds, reverse displacement happens. Serious impact studies try to model this. Marketing decks often do not. A counterfactual just means asking what would have happened anyway. Would that hotel room have sold to a summer tourist? Would that flight have taken off half empty? Would that server still have worked a shift? Every impact number implicitly answers that question one way, and few press releases show their work. 8 matches in a region. The prompt's framing is a useful micro lens. Match days create spikes in transit, hospitality, and policing. Between match days, the spike fades. Jobs may be temporary. Construction jobs differ when stadiums are new versus existing. 2026 leans on existing venues in many cities, changing the classic white elephant risk profile. Winners and losers inside a city. Hotels near stadiums may boom. Residents face congestion and rent spikes in short-term markets. Restaurants off the corridor may see less foot traffic if security cordons reshape movement. Distribution is the story under the average. Public costs, security funding, transport overtime, and sanitation are real. Local taxes may rise in temporary forms, or opportunity costs hit other budget lines. FIFA commercial win does not automatically equal a city's net win. Here is what this means for your money. If you live in a host city, expect price spikes in lodging and some services during match windows. Plan household cash flow like a mini holiday surge. If you do not live there, national GDP headlines may not change your paycheck at all. Treat impact press releases as claims to verify, not as deposits in your account. Picture the shape of that spike. Hotel rates in a host city often start climbing weeks before kickoff, peak hard during match week, and slide back down within a couple weeks after the final whistle. That curve, not the season average, is the number that hits your wallet if you live there. Honesty. Event studies are contested across Olympics and Cups for decades. Curiosity versus job is to teach the debate, not to crown FIFA number or the harshest skeptic by default. Show both. Org impact pages. Euronews / País Business analyzes. Britannica Money Economics of the World Cup Overview. City budget documents. Method corner. Multipliers convert direct spend into wider GDP. High multipliers make press releases glow. Low multipliers make academics nod. When a number feels magical, ask what multiplier was used. Tourism substitution across North America matters because 3 countries share the tournament. A traveler choosing Vancouver over a non-host Canadian trip is a Canada-level reshuffle. Cross-border trips add FX and visa frictions that models must assume. After the final whistle, measure hangover, hotel rates normalizing, short-term rental regulation fights, and whether any transport upgrade remains useful. Legacy is a cash flow question over years, not a parade day. Close image. Confetti is consumption. GDP is an accounting identity under debate. Your rent is a contract. Keep them distinct. Curiosityverse. Money and the systems behind it explained honestly, not financial advice. A city hosting a final differs from a city hosting group stage nights in duration, hotel stress, and global media hours. Segment claims by match load. Winners and losers, live inside the average. Informal vendors appear in lived experience more cleanly than in GDP tables. Qualitative reporting belongs beside charts. Environmental congestion and unpaid overtime in hospitality are economic even when unpriced. Ask what full-time equivalent means when job counts glow. Public costs are real. Security, transport overtime, sanitation. Mexico's tourism dependence can make percentage GDP effects look larger than in the United States, even when absolute dollars are smaller. Scale literacy prevents misleading charts. Public money spent on cup security and transport is money not spent on something else that same budget year. A library, a road repaved, a shelter funded. That opportunity cost rarely makes the press release either, because it is a subtraction, not an addition, and subtractions do not cut good B-roll. Lease renewals timed near match months can embed event rent into ordinary housing costs, a stealth household channel. Archive the impact PDF yourself, so later statistical agency releases can be compared to promises. Political credit claiming will recycle the same decks. Final exam. Explain gross output versus GDP contribution versus government revenue in 1 minute. Pass that, and you will never read a cup press release the same way. Event studies across Olympics and cups have been contested for decades. That history is part of the honesty flag, not a reason to skip the topic. Put Britannica Money's economics overview beside Euronews skepticism and the FIFA WTO package. Then refuse a single number religion. Volunteer labor rarely decorates press releases. Ask for it anyway. The fine print deserves to be as audible as the ribbon-cutting soundtrack. The honest fix is boring. Wait for the ex-post audit. Years after past Olympics and World Cups, independent economists have gone back with tax and employment data and found real activity, just usually smaller than the pre-event projection, and concentrated in fewer sectors than the press release implied. That gap between projection and audit is not automatically a scandal. It is what happens when a marketing document and a research paper get read as the same kind of document. City vignette method without fake precision. Pick one host, then place the WEF-cited global GDP figure beside that city's budget line for security. The juxtaposition teaches scale. Global 80 billion and a local overtime invoice are not rivals. They are different zoom levels. Viewers need both zooms. Substitution test you can say out loud. If the cup vanished, what share of these hotel nights would still book for summer baseball, concerts, or ordinary tourism? You will not know the exact share on camera. Admitting ignorance beats inventing a multiplier. Wallet close for non-hosts. National GDP theater is not your raise. For hosts, surge pricing in your neighborhood is your raise's evil twin, a cost spike. Plan groceries and commuting cash like a short holiday, even if you never buy a ticket. That is household GDP, unmodeled and real. Input-output models that feed impact studies often treat industries as linked machines. Useful, also fragile when assumptions about visitor origin, length of stay, and local capture rates shift. Ask those 3 questions before accepting a glowing jobs total. Residents who work night shifts in hospitality during match week live a different GDP than the ribbon-cutting stage. Both can be true. Temporary earnings up, sleep and childcare costs up. Curiosityverse holds both without turning the episode into a protest chant or a Chamber of Commerce ad. Ship the honesty flag early. Contested numbers named sources, household translation. So the next time a press release promises billions from hosting, ask 3 questions. Is that gross or net? Is it a projection or an audited number? And does it change your actual paycheck? Most of the time, the honest answer is gross, projected, and no. And that's still useful to know. Curious whether any of this shows up in stock prices? Watch our Markets Effect breakdown next. Curiosityverse. Gross, projected, and honest about it. Not financial advice. Thanks for watching.